I can see your comments and 10:15 is so late for EST. Yeah. Hi, welcome from PST time 7:15. Random live stream. Cuz I just got back from Chicago Rescueverse. Or Rescueverse Chicago 911 convention, and I immediately got the flu. Otherwise, I would have done the stream before cuz I wanted to do like a debrief AMA kind of cloud9 freak out. It was amazing. Figure just 911 Max, Buddiemaxx on a Sunday night. Obviously, like usual, still a writer, still a writing channel. Can't always talk about that kind of stuff. I am also on submission, but I'll probably do a whole separate live stream about that later. But this we can be all fanish. If you're here because of 911 fandom, welcome. You are in the right place. Yeah, we've had quite the time in fandom recently. There's so much going on, so many amazing episodes, etc. So pop into the chat and ask me questions, or I can just blather on because I'd never been to a creation con, so it was my first experience going to one of those. I've been to tons of other fan cons, but I've just never done that kind of con before. There's going to be 3 more Rescueverses, Rescueverse New Jersey, Rescueverse Nashville, and Rescueverse Austin. So like went to the first one. I can maybe help cover what it's like if you're curious, so you can prepare to go or decide to go. I want to enable everyone to go. I am going to Nashville as well. And I'm already like, I'm doing all of this crazy like planning and like things I want to do because I kind of slow rolled it at the first one because I thought I might be overwhelmed. I think I would have been if I'd done any more than I did. And now I have like a plan for how I'm going to approach the next one. Aw. Thank you, Jilly Bean. That's really nice. Well, you're going to hear a lot about 911 and these actors you've never heard of tonight because it is kind of funny that I basically got the flu like right after this con, which was great. So I was like delirious several days this past week. And I was like, how appropriate. I already felt delirious and now I'm like literally delirious from fever. This works so well. Let's see. Hi, yes, Buddiemaxx, thank you. Because I'm in psychotic 911 mode. Like, it's all I can think about right now. I think it's all any of us can think about. Like, between like 913 and like Thursday's episode with Oliver and like Tim Minear, like losing his mind, and like we're coming up on the finale. Like, I can think of nothing. I'm sleeping and breathing 911 right now. It's all I have. It's going to be a mad dash to the end of the season. It's eaten my entire being. So yes, welcome. We're going to be Buddiemaxxing here for sure. Yes, I love that everyone is invested in Buddy, even if they haven't seen the show. I do recommend watching the show. There are in fact buddies who have never watched the show, like legitimately, and I do have to say, like, fam, what are we doing? If you like a trip, don't just watch the clips. You should maybe watch the show. You know, that's just how I feel. But yeah, Buddy's amazing. We're just drowning in good things right now. The show is edging us, but that's the way I like it. So I just did a whole podcast episode with the Buddy system all about this, basically about network television, will they, won't they, slow burn, and like what we think is going on with Buddy and Gay Eddie and all of that kind of stuff. With the switch from 911 to Fox to ABC, I basically got to like blather about one of my favorite subjects, which is just like inside baseball with television for several hours. But yeah, I think it's all intentional. I mean, it's all intentional within a certain framework that we talked about, but also just like TV's tricky, man. Like, it's hard to do things, especially things that are unprecedented, and Buddy is unprecedented. So I think that the show is making a series of considered and deliberate choices, and I'm just kind of rolling with it. I'm so zen nowadays. I'm like, truly, 911 the show And the way that they're approaching it really is unprecedented. I've been watching television for a very long time. And I've just never seen this specific iteration, at least certainly for like a queer ship. And it's very, very interesting. So yeah, welcome, join, chat. I guess I can start by just like maybe talking a little bit about the lead up to Rescueverse, like what my expectations were, why I decided to go. I mean, deciding to go is easy, peer pressure. I was peer pressured into going. Make fandom friends, people. You'll be peer pressured into flying to Chicago or what have you. Yeah, really. Here, jumping back. They've written themselves into a corner with Buddy. There's no other option for these characters. Exactly, and I love it so much. Best corner to be written into. Let's make it happen. No other option. Sorry, show. You have to do it. Especially like poor Eddie. I love how this season, the show has just not been subtle, which is my new catchphrase when it comes to 911. I said it in the network video like 4 times. Like, it's not subtle. It's not subtle. Eddie has made clear over and over again, this man does not want to talk to a woman. It's pretty funny, I think. And I mean, he was pretty bad at it the last time he tried, which is in season 6. And season 7. He's just bad at it. He's really bad at it. Eddie, don't you know it's right in front of you? Soon. So Rescueverse. They announced Nashville first. And so I made plans to go to Nashville. Still going to Nashville. And every actor announced for Nashville, except for Oliver goddamn Stark. This man. It's okay. He actually likes to be lightly abused by people, so I'm allowed to be saucy about him. And I did it in person too. No regrets. But like, I'm a Buck girly. I'm an Oliver Stark stan against my will. He's a very good actor. Like, how dare you be so skilled at playing this character, and I have to put up with your demented, chaotic British demon ways. He's very fun online. And what we're going to talk about, in-person impressions versus like online impressions, and really interesting. Like, one of the things I'm so high off of, I don't care about actors. I really don't. I never have. Do I recognize? I've definitely had moments like years and years and years ago where I saw Damon Lindelof, and that was amazing. I was like, I get excited about that kind of stuff. Don't care about actors until now. Apparently. They're so charming, it's almost annoying. And they have this skill set. I'm like, oh, I get it now. It's an actor thing. Where it's like with fans, like they know how to like make really good eye contact and basically like connect individually with you. It's like sorcery. I'm like, I hate that this works on me. It worked on me. It totally worked on me. It's gonna work on me again in Nashville. I'm a sucker. I can't help it. Did I mention flying anxiety at some point? Like, I think I have normal flying anxiety. I don't have unusual flying anxiety. Was this just something I talked about years ago? I mean, I'm a little weird about flying, but not like I'm kind of normal weird about flying. So it's not a problem. It wasn't a problem. I think I have normal anxiety. Like, I just have anxiety about everything. Tell me if this is something I talked about in the past. Like, I don't have like, oh, I know why. Probably because I talked about how I've watched like over 100 hours of plane crash documentaries. Actually, this is coming back to me, things I would have talked about on streams and in videos in the past. Yeah, no, I've been in stasis for that for a long time because I just basically ingested every terrible thing that can go wrong on a plane, and it just kind of lives inside me. We're mostly good. I still definitely, takeoffs and landings are the most dangerous time to be in a plane, except the other most dangerous time to be in a plane, which is in the air. So I'm mostly very hyper aware during takeoffs and landings. Terrible. Yeah, I love a deep cut. Sometimes I forget how long I've been here, how long I've been making videos, and how parasocial we can all be. Speaking of parasocial, me and these actors. But so I signed up for Nashville. I was peer pressured into signing up for Nashville by the buddy system. Naturally, they're like my 911 besties, and like they are Creation Con veterans because they're supernatural people. So they've gone to like a ton of these. They know how they work, and I don't know what I would have done without them because I was clueless. I've been to Dragon Con and San Diego Comic Con and other like Comic Cons and Harry Potter cons in the deep past. They're nothing like Creation. And like I had a vague sense, like I've had supernatural fan friends before, but like I've never done it. And so I had them to kind of like walk me through it. But it was still like I had my own experience of the con and I've come out of the con with my own takeaways. So I'm basically here to be like, hey, are you also like kind of a newbie at this? Are you also insane about 911 and kind of want to go to these events, but maybe you're a little scared? Talk to me. And I'm here to offer like a maybe different perspective because I like what I ended up liking versus not liking. I think a little bit different than them because they're literal experts. And I'm sure over time they will work on me to get more comfortable with the things I wasn't as into. But yeah, so I signed up for Nashville. And then Mr. Oliver Stark, Demon Oliver Stark, that's where we were. We were on Demon Oliver Stark, who is actually lovely in person. Kill me. Didn't announce for Nashville and didn't announce for Nashville. And then he announced for Chicago, New Jersey, and Austin. There are only 4 of these events. He announced for 3 of them. Kill me. Because we're buddy shippers. We can't see Ryan. We love Ryan, but not see Oliver at an event. Like, I mean, we can because we're going to Nashville and we're very excited. I'm going to go so hard and all in on Ryan Ops. It's going to be amazing. I kind of went. So Oliver announces, and the first con is Chicago. And it's going to be the first time they've ever gone to a con. Like the first time the 911 cast has ever gone to a con. And we were like, well, we kind of have to be there. Damn it. So very last minute, also signed up for Chicago. Made very, very financially irresponsible decisions. I've made a series of deeply financially irresponsible decisions recently. My accountant is going to be like, what are you doing with your life? I don't know. If my mother were alive, she would think I was insane. And I would just pat her on the head and go, there, mother. It's my money. It's cool. She always thought I was a little bonkers to spend this kind of my money on fan stuff anyway, but she was a deeply practical woman. So I made some deeply financially irresponsible choices and will continue to make them because I haven't even spent all the money I'm going to spend in Nashville. I need a book deal so I can afford all the ops I want to buy in Nashville, basically. It all works out. But signed up for Chicago very last minute to see Oliver. So like, but I find all of this very overwhelming. They are overwhelming. These are like, they're technically 2-day events, but the cast are there for 1 day. So it's like a 1-day event. It starts early in the morning and it's like a whirlwind through the day. And there's a lot going on. And there are different opportunity types. And basically how it works is it's a low barrier to entry. So your actual entry ticket is excuse me. I'm getting over this flu. And so my throat is very, very dry. Sorry. I'm going to cough. I got a new microphone. So I should sound like much better. I also got a new webcam. So I should look much better. It's amazing. Just doing all the upgrade things because the Buddy System pod was like, could you like, have a nicer mic? I was like, sure, I will have a nicer mic. But so it's low barrier to entry. And again, Buddy System gave me great advice. They said buy the lowest tier general admission pass. Like you can get higher tier ones. Like, and I'd say if you're really into every single person attending the con, it could be worth getting. They have like a gold package, a silver package, a copper package, and then like general admission, but with guaranteed seating, and then general admission. And they have general admission 1 day or 2 day. I just did the general admission for the day that the cast was going to be there. And it was pretty, because there were only, there's supposed to be 4 cast members going, but 1 dropped out. So it was 3. It's like, so it's probably only going to be 1 panel. And bless them, I have never seen a single Chicagoverse episode. So this one was half Chicagoverse people, well, mostly Chicagoverse people, and then 3 people from 911 and 1 actress from The Rookie. Whereas the one in Nashville, It's another one where I'm like, Oliver, you need to go to Nashville. We're working on him. Has The Rookie, and I also watched The Rookie. So like Nashville was like a no-brainer because I know every single actor going. They're from The Rookie, they're from Lone Star, they're from Nashville, they're from 911 OG. So that's just going to be a great weekend. Hi. I've been talking about you about how you're such like, an experts at creation cons. You're like my Pied Piper of creation cons. This is the buddy system, everyone. They enabled me to make poor financial decisions and other decisions last weekend and future weekends. So their advice was get the lowest one. So it was like, I bought it on sale. I think it was like $50 for my admission ticket. Your admission ticket only literally gets you in the door and like enables you to spend more money. It's all about spending money. It's fascinating. It's a completely different model than a lot of other cons that I've been to, which are more panel based, which is what I'm accustomed to. And I really like that kind of content. So that's definitely an adjustment for me. So on top of that, you want to do things, you got to spend money. So there are the best enablers. Yes. Hi, this is my other friend. We all enabled each other live and in person in Chicago. So, thank you, Han. Just posted about this. I didn't see. I'm really bad at like planning things. So if people start joining from the buddy system Discord, my entire life is 911 right now. I'm like not even kidding. If my regular writing people pop in here, they're going to be like, what do I even do with this? It's fine. Yeah, we're really fortunate that we have this over here in the United States, that they like, have this whole like industry. Yeah, bullying me into spending money. I mean, and now I'm all in, and you're like, you're so ready. We're gonna crush it for Nashville. So there are ops, which are photo ops. There are selfies. So photo ops are in like a room and there's a professional photographer with a backdrop and you take photos with the actors. Selfies where you have your own phone and they will take a picture of you with the celebrity on your own phone. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Vera. Thank you for telling me who you are because of the whole username thing. Hi. Yeah, I'm just debriefing or like AMAing about Rescueverse. So this is fascinating. The last time I did Restream, it told me like who was watching on what platform, and it's not doing it this time. It's so weird. So there's selfies, which are a little less expensive than the photo ops. Then there's autographs, and then there's something called meet and greet. And we're going to talk about the meet and greet. So something that is very important to know about me going into this event and like what I was thinking. I do not particularly enjoy having my photograph taken. Not like a big thing for me. I am better than I used to be, but I absolutely I either look incredible or like the biggest dork you've ever seen, and there's nothing in between. There's just absolutely nothing in between. It's all like terrible angles, completely awkward, or like as close to supermodel as I am capable of achieving. And I take no photos that fall in between there. So therefore, I get very anxious about photography, having my photograph taken. I've never had a professional headshot taken, which I really should fix. I DIY'd all my author photos, which part of that was necessity because of COVID. The first time it was money. The second time it was COVID. The third time it was still COVID. But like, I need to have a real photograph taken at some point in my life. But like, it's almost impressive how bad a photo I can take. But then I have to remind myself, like, be nice to yourself. Because, negging on yourself isn't particularly great. But still, the point is, I get incredibly nervous about photography. So I did not want to do any ops because here's the thing about ops. I did end up doing ops. We're going to talk about it. Peer pressure, bullying. I was bullied. You have 2.5 seconds max. I think that might actually be an exaggeration. they're so efficient. It's actually incredibly impressive how they run the whole operation. Basically, you're in a line. You're constantly moving forward. You walk 2 feet. I mean, I blacked out. I barely remember what happened, but you barely even have time to say hi to the actor. I mean, you theoretically do, but I was incapable of that. I just like froze and became a psycho. Couldn't even make eye contact. Really bad at this. You basically have like 2.5 seconds to walk forward, greet them in some way, turn toward the camera, do something with them, touch them, they touch you, posing. Don't ask me to be creative, and take a photo. It's like my nightmare. And you have one snap. And it's a great professional photographer, but do not underestimate my ability to be very bad at photography, to be very bad in photography. So I did pay for some ops because it's like you have to try things to know things. Really not my favorite experience. So I am here to rep the people. If you think I kind of want to go to these cons, but I just don't know if I want to spend $200 on a photo op where I might hate my photo. Hi, I'm here for you. I'm here to tell you don't have to. I don't regret doing it. I'm not saying I'll never do it again because now I know kind of what to expect. And now I have technically met the actors. And so next time it should actually be more comfortable. But like my reservations were founded. I was nervous for a reason. It is incredibly stressful. So if you're anxious and easily stressed like me, it might not be for you. Or you should, like, I think mostly my thing is like I will probably do it again in Nashville because I did it in Chicago. So it's like you kind of have to do it once, I guess is the so you could yeah, like but I don't know I forgot we were supposed to be looking at the camera. See, this is my problem. And I like literally blacked out. I don't remember what I did. I can't remember anything. I'm like, what did I do with my body? Like, well, no, I know what I did with my body because I have photos of it. And I did not do, they say practice your poses, and I still failed because I didn't really practice enough. Understand your body, understand your angles. I clearly don't. Yeah. It was I forgot I was even physically there. That's a mood. Exactly. I was like, was I in the room? I don't know. I literally don't remember. It was so stressful. And I've never done an op at a Comic-Con either because it's just so not for me. But yeah, it was no, I literally dissociated. No, I don't remember for the most part. I remember Ryan the most, but like I don't remember the buddy op, and I barely remember Oliver. Like I was so awkward. Like I'm not exaggerating. Like I really was very awkward. Jump scaring Alexa on Reddit too. Oh, yeah. Yay. Yay, everyone's here. Let's bully me. You're very good at it. But no, yeah, so I think that like the barely talking is good and bad. I actually liked slightly less pressure, I guess, in that sense that I didn't have to, but no, I like a little bit more like I'm good at running my mouth. I'm less good at like posing like a supermodel and feeling comfortable with people, I guess. Yeah, so it was fine. At regular Comic Cons, there's no music and no curtain, so like the whole room can see you getting your op, and it's just ambient noise. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard pass for me. No, that's like a horror show. Yeah, that's horrifying. That's absolutely horrifying. I liked the music and I liked the separation. I just think that I'm gonna need like 8,000 million more like tries, so to speak, and I only have so much money. I'm gonna have to like get to a like really practice before it. But again, okay, but hindsight. So this is just the beginning of the day. That's the other problem. It was 9 a.m. It was the first thing. So really, when you see photos from this con, go look at them. Some of them are great. The Buddy Systems photos are great. These are champions of amazingness who took amazing photos first thing in the morning with people they had never met before, who they watch on television, with creativity and poses. I love seeing everyone else's ops. They're so cool. And they do kind of give me FOMO and make me go, okay, maybe I should like get better at this and like make an attempt. But giving you like an idea of the whole of the day. So that's how my day started. Feeling deeply anxious, slightly uncomfortable, and like really hating my photographs. Cheers, don't be me. Yes, you do better with time. Like, you've done like 30. We'll see if I get there. We'll see. I definitely think I have to practice poses, because like I just kind of went into like, yeah, me, hi, I'm Alexa. That doesn't really help. And so the photo I like the most is the photo where I did a pose that I do in photos in general that I know I look good doing. So it's like, I think it's just like you have to have that confidence and like know your body. And in that one, like, so thankfully, my best photo that I like the most, still debating whether I'm going to post it, we're going to see, is with Oliver Stark. Because I know how to pose with one person generally. Lots of us take photos with a single other person. And I kind of knew what to do with my body, like how to angle my body, though I was afraid to touch him. Now I'm not afraid to touch him. We're going to get there. So I wish I'd been a little bit more comfortable. By the way, I'm the problem in all of these photos. The actors are perfect in every single way. And because it's literally their professional job to do this, to take pictures with people and look good doing it and be comfortable with their bodies and other people. Couldn't be me. Yeah, that one was so good. You guys really need to look at all these photo ops. Go to the Buddy System Instagram. They've posted a bunch of them, and they've posted them on their individual Instagrams. Like, and it was beautiful to be part of the process tangentially by helping them practice poses and like looking at the spreadsheet and going, great job, guys. I need to be better at it. But you were running your shit like the Navy, and it was incredibly impressive. But like, so yeah, my Oliver Stark photo is the best because I basically hit a pose that I am personally comfortable with that I use in photos all the time. So like, that's my tip if you're going to do like really kind of go simple if in doubt. I'm still not really sure how to hug a celebrity in a photo. I haven't figured that out. I haven't figured it out. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens in the future. I just don't know how to do that. Complicated by the fact that like I'm their height, which makes it harder in some ways, I think, personally. I'm still figuring it out. Yeah, you had a spreadsheet. It was really insane, but like impressive. And like I'm also like not good at like acting. Like in ways like I'm not good at like faces, like being funny. Like I have funny ideas. I just don't know if I can spend $200 to be funny in a photo. I don't know. We're going to work on it. So that's the beginning of the day. The next thing that I did, well, the next thing was panel. Panel was great. Well, actually, I'm totally skipping over. We're going to talk about meet and greets last, even though I did one of them first. The panel was really great. So like, even if you just went to one of these things to like meet other fans and you went to the panels, Chicagoverse only had one, or it wasn't called Chicagoverse. That's the name of the other show. Rescueverse Chicago only had one, but great panel. So it was like an hour, and it was the three actors doing Q&A. You can actually watch the entire thing on YouTube. It was really good. And like, if you just went to the con for that, you could do like $50, I think it's I got a sale. So like regular, I think it's like $65 general admission, and you can watch panels and you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do ops. You don't have to do autographs or anything else. You could just like meet fans. And that was one of the most fun parts. Like just walking up to people in the Starbucks, like Buddy recognizing Buddy, and just like talking to people and realizing, people from different places, like, Discord and Reddit and whatnot. It was a lot of fun. Like I made new friends, basically. Like these are great for friend making. You could just do that and like have a grand old time, but the other stuff that you can add on. And like I said, I kind of went easy on this one. I did only a couple of things. So I bought 3 ops, well, technically 4, because I paid for half of the one I did with the Buddy System, which was posted today and is really cute. I had to betray Oliver Stark for a photo, which I have to apologize to him for, but it's fine. It was very funny. I did it for the lulz. Basically, ADHD brain just like flew out of my brain. I was talking about yeah. I did one autograph. I did one autograph with Oliver Stark, mostly because like despite knowing I was going to this convention for weeks in advance, I planned nothing. Whereas I'm hyper pre-planning for Nashville. I think it's just like kind of the anxiety of not knowing what to expect. I didn't want to over-plan, but I probably should have. Point is, I did one autograph with Oliver Stark because I figured out like 3 days before the con something I could actually have him sign, and I'm pretty pleased with myself. I had him sign a clipboard, like clipboard book, and I did very much enjoy that. I did one autograph, and then I didn't do any selfies because, like I said, I went all in on Oliver because I'm going to Nashville too. And I was like, everyone else is going to be in Nashville. So in Nashville, I'm going to like do a bunch of other stuff. And I'm kind of glad I saw the lay of the land. And now I know what I want to spend my money on, basically. The autograph was good, though Oliver rock and rolled through his line the fastest out of anyone. And so like next one, I'm 100%, I'm going to do autos. Well, I mean, for a lot of people, but for Kenny and Ryan for sure. Like Kenny, like really chatted with people. I love Kenny in general. Like, he's the best. And same with Ryan. So I'm going to do like more for that. And I ordered a 911, like mid-century modern style cast poster, and I'm gonna like get everyone to sign it. I'm really excited about that, and I'm like buying a nice frame, and like it'll probably end up behind me. I'm gonna put it on my wall so that it can be up when I'm streaming things. And like I might also buy some fan art and get it signed. And I'm now like obsessed with buying cute stickers to give to the actors. That's another thing that we did that was really fun. We went to a bookstore in Chicago and they had really great like novelty items, and all of us bought like stickers and pins and stuff, like jokey cute things, and gave them to people. I gave Oliver a sticker about like getting a new tattoo, which he seemed to appreciate. I almost didn't give it to him because I seriously have severe anxiety. I feel like a nut job even talking about this. Like, I gave an actor a sticker, whatever. Kenny was such a sweetheart. I'm like low-key obsessed with him. Yeah, and he's the things I can and can't talk about with Kenny. So I guess this brings me to meet and greet. So the additional thing that they have is, yes, you have been 90% roped into Nashville. Join us. I'm roping everyone into Nashville. We're all going to go. So if you're here and you're on the fence, go to Nashville. We're all going to Nashville. It's going to be a great time. Yeah, Kenny is the actual best. Oliver and Ryan who, although, how I feel about Oliver. So, no, I think Aisha is going to be incredible. Like, I think she's going to crush it. I'm really excited that she's going to be there. And that we'll get to meet her. So the meet and greets. So again, God bless the buddy system, being creation, regulars, and vets, because they explained to me how this worked. And it's wild. So there are 30-minute meet and greets with actors. It's you and 9 other people. So 10 people in a room with the actor. And it's like a private Q&A. And it is literally private. You don't technically sign an NDA, but there's like an NDA as part of the terms and conditions. So I basically can't actually talk about it. It's like Fight Club. I can talk generally about it, but that's what's kind of cool about it. Like, I had an experience in these meet and greets that were like private, that like belonged to just me and 9 other people and the celebrity. And it kind of gives the celebrity like a bit of kind of confidence and safety in a way of like, maybe they can be more candid in these smaller ones. But it's a bid system. It's a Dutch auction, which I kind of understand, but barely understand, but enough to figure it out. You basically, you place bids, max bids of what you'd be willing to pay to attend this meet and greet. And you basically you don't want to be outbid by other people. So like, and you want to wait until the last minute because the more people bid, we can technically to win the meet and greet, but also put a high enough bid so that if a high roller comes in, that you win. it's complicated. And we bid as a group. So the buddy system plus me, honorary. I'm their emotional support Alexa. For Kenny, we bid for all three. And we didn't get Ryan. We got Kenny, which is amazing. And only one of us got Oliver, and I fell on that sword willingly. So willingly. I was the only one who was willing to be alone with Oliver Stark. Alone with 9 other people. Yeah. Aaron, you have to go. You have to go. You're sick. Let's see. I hate that, like, you guys are going to New Jersey and, like, Rachel and I are going to be at home. All sad. We're going to Nashville. So yeah. So what can I say about the meet and greets? I can only talk generally about them, as I said. Kenny is just a sweetheart. That's all you need to know. Kenny's amazing. He's exactly what you expect him to be. He's like kind and funny. And we spent a half hour with him and like just asked him questions and he talked to us and it was great. Yeah, I really can't. And we got selfies with him at the end, which was really fun. It's not guaranteed that. Yeah. I said that, Sel. We're pretending this was a hardship for me, okay? To spend a half hour with Oliver Stark. You're bullying me into spending more money. I have the opera that weekend. I really do technically have stuff to do in LA. And I need to be fiscally responsible. I do. Like I still have cruises to go on this year. Between cruises and 911, I'm a terrible adult. So Kenny lovely, amazing. If you go to one of the Rescueverses, do a selfie with Kenny. I'm going to be doing selfies with Kenny. Do auto with Kenny. He talked to everyone in the line, like had personal conversations with everyone. Do auto with Kenny. Also, he just generally deserves love. And then, yeah, the meet and greet was great. I recommend so I really I thrive off of actual like interaction and panels. I like panels and like actual interactions. The meet and greets were like drugs. I loved actually having an opportunity to like, even if you're not asking a bunch of questions, because it's a group effort, which is actually, I like the pressure that kind of took off of me. Like it feels so intimate because like, it's like a 12-foot round, like one of those, like a banquet table. You are at most like 6 or 7 feet away from them. So like it's pretty like close contact, which, might make you hyperventilate, might not be for you, but it worked for me. I liked that kind of level of experience. Cattail. Yeah, you literally said, I will not be facing the British demon alone. And I was like, I'm a Buck girl. I'm an Oliver girl. I have no shame. So there. It was so incredible. So what can I say about the Oliver Stark meet and greet? So, well, I can say that I was useless and anxious at every point before that. I was like, literally, like I said, I blacked out of the photo ops. I don't remember what I did. I don't remember if I said anything. I absolutely did not make eye contact. And I was wary of touching Ryan or Oliver because it's like looking into the sun. It's like touching the sun. Yeah, I was like useless. Even the auto line, like, I kind of anxiously was like, hey, I saw this and thought of you with the sticker. And he did laugh. And I was like, huh, but like anxious panda, total hot mess. That's me. So if you are like, God, I'll just be so useless meeting these celebrities. Yeah, same. It's like I had an out of body experience in the meet and greet. So fun context, kind of. Long-time watchers of the channel probably know this. I technically went to journalism school. I have a journalism degree. I forgot that. I literally forgot that. I used to interview celebrities in college for the school newspaper. And I forgot until I was literally sitting there and went, wait, you've done this before. Whatever. Literally up until he sat down at the table, like even at the panel, I think I said this to Ariel. It was in my mind, like, because people ask great questions at the panel. Like I said, go watch it on YouTube. I can pull up the link and like put it in here later, or if someone wants to put it in the chat. People ask great questions, like the kind of questions, like a few of them were literally on like my list to ask. I was like, what can I even like ask? Like, I am probably going to freeze. He's going to walk in. I'm just like not going to be able to talk to him. Like, what do you even say when you are 3 feet away from blue eyes and British accent and Evan Buckley? I don't know. No, it's like all of my old I just snapped into like journalist mode, and I was completely fine. I was completely fine. I was like, I was just me. It was maybe a little bit too much me. I was like quippy and like jokey, which hopefully went well. But half the table like was really nervous. Like I could tell people were really nervous, and I was like, go figure that I am not. It was unexpected. I genuinely thought I was going to be an anxious panda who wouldn't be able to speak, because that's what I was like the rest of the day. No, I was completely fine. It was amazing. Highly recommend. Like, I mean, don't recommend too hard because I don't want you competing with me for future meet and greets, because I will be bidding again. Incredible. Oliver Stark. Kenny was the same way. I didn't have as much like interaction with Ryan, but my friends in the chat did. And they like I'm so jealous that I really should have done more with Ryan. And so in Nashville, I want to, because he just like looks at you. Like I had brief interaction and he looked at me and I like melted into the floor. I thrived. I was in my element. Like I said, possibly too much in my element. I hope he was charmed by me being a little jokey, like not inappropriate jokey, but definitely jokey. It just like came out of me. It's like, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a disease, right? Yeah, like Ryan's amazing. So all three of them are just so good at this, like eye contact. It's literally criminal. It's literally insane. Kenny did it too. Just like looked at every single person, and like if you asked a question, there was like personal connection. They're so good at their job, basically. But no, Oliver Stark stared into my soul. I put it in the thumbnail. I mean it. It was weird. It was real weird, and it was great. Because yeah, basically everyone has asked, like, was he fun? Was he chaotic? No, he had really grounded energy. And like, I totally get it as an author. I liken it to kind of like author panel mode. Like I have an author panel mode for sure. And he absolutely did it at the actor panel. Authors and actors are not the same, but like I can relate to this. Of like on panels, big audience. You're playing big. You're playing to the back of the room. You're balancing a conversation. You don't want to talk too much. You have talking points that you want to hit. You have quips. I always go funny on a panel. If you come see me on an author panel, I mean, if you want me to answer a question in like a deep and serious way, like maybe talk to me one-on-one, because I have this horrible habit of like going funny because I get anxious and nervous. But also I can be short. Funny is short to me. I can do like a quick answer if I'm funny. And I don't like to talk over other panelists. I don't like to panel hog. I also get nervous the longer I talk, kind of like on these lives. It's like word vomit that comes out of my mouth, and I'll just like, face plant and say something dumb. So like I have a mode in a big panel, and then I absolutely have a mode in smaller groups and one-on-one that is much closer to my actual personality. I mean, me on a panel is also my actual personality, but it's like a much more entertaining version of me. And he does that. And I'm like, duh, of course that totally makes sense. It's like a performer event thing. So like he's not online social media British Demon Stark in person at a meet and greet. He was very like grounded energy, like, which in fairness, like is smart when you're at a table full of terrified people who are staring at you and are nervous to ask you questions. Like, smart. But it was just very like, he hasn't done a lot of interviews in a long time, like non-show specific interviews, but like he used to do like podcasts like way back in the day, and that was the energy. It was very much like considered and like measured. Like he really, like he took in each person's question, really thought about it, and then like answered directly to you. And it was like he stared into my soul, and it was amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, but funny when anxious is fun, because then it's funny. I love it. I have some bangers on panels, to be honest. People will always come up to me and be like, "You were funny," and I'm like, "Buy my book." I hope that means you buy my book. And this, it doesn't really serve my thrillers well either. I'm like, they are funny, but they're not that funny. But I just go funny on panels. I wish I could talk more like meaningfully and deeply about things sometimes, but I get way too nervous about sounding stupid. So I just go funny. Yeah. Yeah, I will melt at in Nashville. I will die. His beautiful eyes. Cuz like I'm an Oliver girly, but he doesn't scare me. Ryan is going to melt me from the inside out. I was a little, I like basically knew I couldn't handle Ryan and Oliver interactions at Chicago. I had to pick one, and I picked Oliver because he might not be at Nashville. I'm still hoping he will be in Nashville. We're manifesting that he will be in Nashville. Thank you. I make a good impression, apparently. Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, I mean, you know this, because Sil, you negged him too, and it worked like a charm. I do think he appreciates, like, a little bit of sarcastic energy, because it's something to respond to, and it's better than awkward energy. I didn't neg him, or I guess I can't talk about it, but, like, I made some quips. I'm fun. Um, sorry, I know the coughing is atrocious, and I'm out of water, so this could get very tragic. Yeah, like, so Kenny did selfies at the end of the meet and greet, and like, it's not guaranteed. Like, so if you do one of these meet and greets, I went in expecting nothing. So the selfie with Kenny was a pleasant surprise. Though the lighting in those conference rooms, everyone looks jaundiced. I had to do some color correction in Photoshop, and even color correction can't completely save conference room lighting. But so we got selfies. I heard that the Ryan meet and greet people also got selfies. Oliver did a group photo. And like, so it was his first con, and I'm really curious to see what he does at the other Rescueverses, because like, if he has anxiety anything like my anxiety, and I slightly suspect he does, he just wasn't sure what to expect. So he kind of hedged. So Oliver didn't do selfies at all. Like, you can pay for selfies. Ryan and Kenny did them. Oliver didn't. And then, yeah, the group photo and the meet and greet. So I think it might have just been a testing the waters kind of thing. Yeah, so I have a group photo with Oliver Stark, and it was incredible. Like, he, like, he put his arms around people, and I was like, okay, next time there's an op, I will in fact touch you. I have no problem with this whatsoever. We're good. So I just think I have to get comfortable. So that's my advice to you. If you're like nervous about going, try it. Even if the first time you go, like, you don't do any, like, you don't pay for anything extra, just go and make friends. Like, I also feel much more secure now. I have friends, and I have people I'm going to do photo ops with, because that's going to take some pressure off of me. If it's not just me, we can both be deer in headlights in a photo with a celebrity. Why not? And you can split the cost. Yeah, let's go coven. Let's manifest. This is actually, let's expand the coven a little bit to everyone in this chat. Let's all manifest Oliver coming to Nashville. That's our job, because then we would have the core four, and all my dreams would come true. So yeah, very important. Is everyone sitting around a table like a board meeting? Yes, kind of. But it's if you've ever been to like a banquet or a wedding, it's one of those banquet rounds. I think it's a 12-foot round. I know they make 10 and 12-foot ones. I think it was a 12-foot. It fit no, it actually might have been a 10-foot because it comfortably fit 10 chairs and we squeezed in the 11th for the celebrity. So oh, that sounds terrible. I am so sorry. I get a brand new mic just in time for you to hear me cough into it. I apologize. But hey, at least I didn't stream when I had the flu. Although that might have been fun for you. I was pretty loopy. But yeah, so that's a con tradition too. I got con cred, which is great. So it's like a banquet round, and so you can choose where you sit. I was like 3 feet away from Oliver Stark, and I have no regrets. So yeah, it was great. What else? It was a pretty quick day. Oh, another just like chaos thing. Piece of advice thing I learned. So they were booked for Saturday originally because they're still filming. They actually had to cancel Saturday and come on Sunday. So I did have to scramble at the last minute, change my flight, get an extra hotel night, but it helped me make friends, so it all worked out. But like, so in future, they're supposed to be Saturday at Nashville. I was already planning on staying through Sunday, and now I definitely know that I have that cushion. So like, definitely kind of hedge your bets and like prepare for that there could definitely be changes last minute. Yeah, does anyone else have other questions? Anyone? Or do we can just 911 Max generally? We've had quite a time recently. The times we are living in, the cards spell Eddie. Oh, okay, cool. That's great. Oliver serving looks while battling opioid addiction. Cool. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. This is what's happening. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to yawn. So yeah, I'm feeling insane though, because like all of this happened. I got the flu. I went on submission. All these things happening. Jilly Bean, if you're still here, how do you write books and have the time for being a dedicated member of a fandom? My flavor of neurodivergence could never. I'm a mess. I'm actually like quite bad or like mediocre at both, I think. I can't. Well, I kind of have to either or. Like I can't actively write fanfic and write books, which sucks for my fanfic right now. And it sucked for my books before, and so it just kind of flips. I can watch the show and Buddiemaxx and write books at the same time, thankfully. But there are a lot of 911 references and jokes in that book. That's part of my cope. It helps. The one I'm working on now has like Traitors and Survivor references because that's what I'm watching on TV right now. That's what I'm obsessed with right now. So I kind of infiltrate. They kind of feed each other. At least that's how the balance is working for me so far. Yeah, I just balance my hyperfixation. Eddie is in the cards for Buck. I really want to know whose idea that was. Exactly. So they should be done filming by Nashville, but it could also be other things. It could be family stuff. It could be inclement weather. So I'm definitely like going forward, like understanding that things can change. Hello, welcome. Yeah, they are currently filming on a bridge. So Ariel and I went to that bridge today to see what we could see. We couldn't see much, but yes, they are filming on a bridge. We did see the rig. We saw the 118 truck, and it was very exciting. We got brunch and like peeped what we could see, but they were like in the middle of the 6th Street Bridge, really far away. But it's still like really kind of cool that they were there downtown. Our new obsession is to like, we really want to like actually like see filming at some point. We're like those girls now. So I'm crazy. I will at some point write a book. I worked on my book yesterday. I just have to balance it, and I should technically work on it tonight. Will I? No. I should work on it this week though. I'm working on a new book. being productive and constantly getting new ideas. The con gave me another idea for a book. So just firing on all cylinders. Excuse me. Does anyone else what other buddy 911 topics do we want to talk about? It's been less than an hour. I can talk about 911 for hours. It's just weird talking just to myself. What were other people's experiences meeting people at 911 Rescueverse that aren't my experiences? Especially because I can't actually talk about the meet and greets other than to tell you that I'm a changed woman, changed my brain chemistry being in a room with Oliver Stark. If Oliver Stark has no fans, I'm dead. I'm such a dork. But yeah, nice person. Good at his job. Yeah, no, season 8, Confessions, that was the last time my brain chemistry was changed. Confessions, first episode I watched live. Also one of Ryan's favorites, we found out from the panel. One of his favorite scenes that he's filmed, which is the dancing scene from the end of Confessions, which is an excellent choice. What's the jump scare? Did I miss something? Oh, that, yeah. On the panel, you mean? Well, or you mean the first one, because it happened more than once. He did love the semi-naked dancing. To his credit, he was in his underwear and a pink shirt. So, R.I.P. mustache. This is an interesting question. What is my biggest 911 controversial take? Okay, I don't know if this is a controversial take. I mean, actually, it would be with Oliver Stark. So maybe I'll make it important. Oh, I did ask about your experience at con. I just didn't know the jump scare out of context. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend. I also miss the mustache. R.I.P. Yeah, great mustache. It is crazy that Buck and Ed don't say one word to each other the whole episode, but it's it's on another level. Just that ending is just on another level. So my controversial 911 take. My least favorite episode of 911 is In Another Life. The Buck coma episode. I really don't like it. I have weirdly strong feelings about it. I understand my weirdly strong feelings about it. I've thought about it. I also understand that they are my weirdly strong ideas. All right, I'll read your mind. I need to work on my psychic skills. But I know why I don't like it. I know why I think it's bad. I don't blame the people who worked on it. I understand why it exists as it does. I just really don't like it. As a writer, especially, I just really hate it. I mean, I had a lot of things about season 6. It's my least favorite season. And I don't blame season 6 for that. It was dealing with a lot of constraints, network stuff. It was nearing cancellation, and there were all of these factors out of the control of the people working on the show. But for me, I just really don't like In Another Life. It's formulaic, in not a bad way. It's a trope I really love, but it has to thematically, it has to serve character in a very specific way, and I don't think it does it well. I think it retreads character beats for Buck that are seasons old because it couldn't do what it needed to do in the place that it exists, in the season that it exists in, on the network it was made. And it drives me crazy. And as a Buck girl, I know it is insane and controversial to say that I really hate that episode. as a Buck girl and an Oliver girl. I hate it. I watched it once and like, no, I did watch it twice. I suffered twice at least. And I have an entire treatise on how I would fix it. So someday maybe I'll write like a psycho fix it fic, but yeah, like structurally as a writer, I have spent hours on why I don't like it and how I would fix it. I would change everything about it basically, because thematically, in terms of theme and character, it would need to do everything differently, but it would work better. But it's not possible, so it's fine. Favorite and least favorite opening disaster. Okay, I have my basic bitch answer, which is just the correct answer, I think. Tsunami. Because, like, how could you not? But I'd say, like, my second, I'm gonna go be NATO plane crash arc. I think just, like, I love plane crash cinema. And so it's like it was made for me. I adore everything about it. It is so cheesy and so over the top. Everything about it is ridiculous. Like when I pitch the show to people, I pitch that disaster. Like I just walk them through the chain of events, starting with B NATO, leading to Angela Bassett landing a plane on the 110 with an autistic child co-pilot, presumably autistic child co-pilot. Come on, that was a special interest. And I'm like, it is like peak television. It is so good. It is so good. And then like third, I would say Earthquake, I think is really strong. And all right, least favorite opening disaster. Again, like I'm sorry. Even the cast joked about it on the panel. The blimp. Poor season 6 and its utter lack of budget. Again, no one's fault. Like the show did the best that it could. What could it do? Poor show. Poor season 6. I'm gonna be a basic bitch. Chimney Begins. It's so good. And that's also Kenny's favorite. But like it is, and Jennifer, like he nailed it. Jennifer Lynch directing, she elevates any episode she directs. She's so good. Just such a good episode. I mean, the Begins episodes are all elite, basically. Here. All right. Your experience at the con. Meeting Ryan and giving him your sticker, which I love. And he was so distracted by it. Oh, I'm sure he heard a word you said. And even if he didn't, you are the honky tonk sticker girl. And that matters. Like your job when we stalk the set is for Ryan to recognize you. That's your job. My job is Kenny and Oliver. We have our assignments, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I had forgotten about the blimp until they said it on the Rescueverse panel. I went, oh, that was technically an opening emergency, right? Huh. But yeah, they were joking about it too. The cast is aware. It's their show. They I'm sure as they were doing it, they were like, wow, the budget really got cut, huh? Oh, TV, don't change. Favorite Buddy episode? I think I have to go with the most oh no, that is actually really hard. I'm not good at one answer. I'm gonna give you two. My dislike this is like in my top 5 period is 201 Under Pressure. It's the OG. It's What a Man. It's You Can Have My Back Any Day. It's insane. It's insane choices, specifically by Oliver Stark. Like every choice he made in that episode was insane and like positive. Like snaps, sir. You did the Lord's work. Like insane choices, start to finish. Perfect. And then my second answer would be 811, Holy Mother of God. Because what in the fanfic? Like, and I hate that it is that elite with Tommy in it, but it's elite with Tommy in it. Like Lou Ferrigno Jr. gets the unexpected MVP award for that scoff. That okay. Legendary. And then Maddie, like, it wouldn't be so crazy. That whole episode is a fever dream. Like, all-timer. And Aisha directed it. It's just everything firing on all cylinders. Like, so good. favorite buddy episode until the buddy episode. We will at some point get a buddy episode, and it will be great. Yes, 817 is also a top tier buddy episode for totally different reasons. Exactly. The scoff heard round the whole world. Like, amazing, like epic. Oh, look at you asking me really difficult questions. If I could write that small scale, intimate opening emergency that Oliver said during the panel, what would I pitch? See, I'm so glad I'm not in the writer's room on 911 because I don't even know what I would do. I'm sure if pressed, I could come up with stuff. I have an idea for a big emergency I would love to see on the show. But a small scale emergency, like well, by small scale, I think he was was he referring to the whole earthquake do-over thing? He wasn't, but I actually think that's a great example where like it's technically like a big emergency, like a big thing that happens, but you make it small by going character driven. And like I think his idea of like trapped in an earthquake is definitely interesting. So like me with no original ideas. I think that's something that would be really fun to write if I was ever allowed to actually write these characters. But don't let me. I the people who actually write it are so much better than I am. Novels. I can write novels. Yeah, still one of the most insane lines ever said on television. I don't have to sleep with everyone I have feelings for. Okay, just say the quiet part out loud, Buck. All right. Yeah. Scoff rewired my brain chemistry. I was insane watching it. Insane. Literally insane. We've just been in a whole year of brain rewiring. I mean, season 9 is just like, we're crazy people. We're crazy people. Man. Sorry, guys. I know I'm no fun. We can talk about writing if anyone randomly comes in, although I think at this point, this is probably just like everyone from the Buddy Discord. So we're cool. I could also just like end the stream and have it be a short one. Or we could keep talking about 911. Or I could make someone join me. Though I've never added anyone to one of these things, but I could experiment with that. Yeah, it is kind of insane they don't have more minor earthquakes, though to that point, most minor earthquakes, like nothing happens. Like they're really like I've experienced so many of them. No, I really don't care anymore, which is the most hilarious thing. I mean, they also joked on the panel about how they don't really do any fires anymore. They really need more fires. I know technically the next episode's going to have it, but I'm over here like, I know they said they never do it, but do a wildfire because that was insane last year. That's real. That's so California. Yeah. I can tell you about the big disaster I would do. Big. I think they need to do something with high winds. Maybe that'll feel small scale. It's the most LA thing, but like when we have really strong winds and I am in my office building, fear of God put into you. I think they could do something with it because when you're in the big buildings, so they're built on rollers because of earthquakes and they move. Those big ass buildings move and they creak, they make noises in high winds. And when it's really bad, we can't go to work, which makes me go, wait, are you afraid this building's going to fall over? And so I think the show should do something with extreme high winds and a high rise. Like literally, I have been in my office when there's high winds. This actually happened the day before the wildfires started. The glass outside of my office, and I'm on a high floor, was creaking. I was like, am I going to die? High-rise disaster. And here's the thing, Tim Minear loves natural disaster canon. I guarantee you that man loves like the Towering Inferno. Like, do a high-rise building, Tim. You know you want to. Come on. Let's do like a high-rise building, like homage. So Yes, as more wildfires. It's just a West Coast thing. And I know that, like, oh, it's personal. I was like, well, every disaster is personal. They did that downtown tornado on the first episode of Nashville. And I was like, you don't think this is personal to people in Nashville? Do a wildfire, you cowards. Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, the building thing is really scary. It's freaky sometimes. And actually, like 2 weeks ago, we couldn't go to the office because of high winds. They said you cannot come to the office. Well, because there was a technology outage, but like the wind was so crazy, it like knocked out the tech, like the internet in our office building. Like crazy stuff happens in LA. Um, Hi, welcome. We're technically talking about 911, but I'm willing to talk about anything. Yes, a Santa Ana Wins episode. And they can make it funny too, kind of like Crazy Ex-Girlfriend did. Like, people trapped in elevators. Let's do it. That's a great small scale emergency, you know. Yes, it is legit terrifying. Scarier to me in a lot of ways than like an actual earthquake. Though, man, if there was an earthquake while I was at my office, I probably would start screaming because that building would roll. I've only ever been in much shorter buildings during earthquakes, so I wish they would do a special interest episode with the wildfires. Yeah, it may be too soon for people, but yeah, and that's the thing. I think they could do it as that. I think that would be really interesting. They could do something in partnership with the LAFD. I honestly fully expect we'll also see, because they're so good at root from the headline stuff, fully expect to see something, if not explicitly the wildfires, but inspired by it, because we had our whole kerfuffle with the fire chief being fired and like having a she said back and forth and now lawsuit with the mayor's office. I would guarantee you season 10, maybe season 11, we're going to see more like LAFD bureaucracy stuff inspired by what's actually going on. And I also would bet you they kind of did it with the thing where the hydrant didn't have water and they had to buddy with, get all the ropes and tie them together to fight that electronics fire. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do something also inspired by how a lot of the hydrants didn't have water in them during the wildfires. I bet we'll see some of the bureaucratic inspiration mess. Because one of my predictions is I think we're gonna see the actor who's playing the fire chief probably leave at some point, because that is a perfect role to move a known character into, like if you possibly have movement away from the 118. So, and we've been seeing him more and more. They've actually been utilizing that character more in surprising ways. So I think that would be very interesting. I guess we're just gonna go crazy. I think that's the one that makes us a little crazy. Yes, and they're so good at the Jinx stuff. Like, have Taylor Wong write it. It'll be amazing. Bottle episode. Maybe they can't leave the firehouse because of the Santa Ana winds. I don't know. And did you guys see that thing on Twitter of a firehouse saving another firehouse from a fire? They need to do it. My pitch to Tim is using the real sewage factory spill in El Segundo for an episode. Oh, we should talk about El Segundo. I mean, you and I have talked about El Segundo, but we can do some El Segundo slander here on this channel. So I have found yet another Angelino who agrees with me. This is me just saying my piece on this 911 Live. Eddie Diaz does not live in El Segundo. I said what I said. He doesn't. Bullshit. I will die on this hill. I will ask Ryan Guzman about this at Nashville at next opportunity. I have a vendetta against that fact. It's just not true. It's just not true. It's not true. Yes. Yes. Full moon creepy as F. The wind's making people do weird stuff. Yeah, it's like a thing. They should do it. We got to get Tim to watch this. Got to feed our ideas to Tim. He's in the walls. So welcome. We're blathering about 911, but I'm willing to talk about anything. Like, so technically I can talk about writing, but also like I really love 911. So we are talking a lot about 911 right now. Oh, thank you. I'm honest. I can say, dumb, cliche, cringe with no fluff added. I feel like People are afraid to stand on business. Yeah, I mean, there are pros and cons to this, though. I promise, I actually really like. I really hate being mean, so I always try to like sugarcoat as much as I can. But like, I I'm I stand on business, but I do try to be careful. I don't like being mean to people, but I do like being honest. I do. I no bullshit filter as much as possible here. Yeah, El Segundo slander. I mean, there's nothing actually wrong with El Segundo. I just don't think Eddie Diaz lives there. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yes, thank you. I know that you agree with me. Culver City at best. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Culver City truther. Yeah. Although I think that's a little pricey for him. Like I feel like he could be in Palms, but Culver City would totally make sense. Yes. Well, here's a fun fact from shooting today. There were two firehouses on the bridge. Well, like there was the 118, but we also saw the 144. Now they didn't drive it into the center of the bridge. It was at the because we could only see stuff at the end of the bridge. And the 118 truck was there in the morning, and then they drove it into the middle of the bridge for filming. They were filming around midday. So there's also a 144. So it's either just an extra truck they had, or there's another firehouse around. So that we haven't seen before. We've seen the 136. So the 144, if that means anything. So thank you. I love it when people agree with me. So I appreciate this. I've showed people the map. It just like logistically makes no sense. I mean, even Hen living in Altadena is slightly insane, but at least it's kind of a straight shot to downtown for her. But okay, the geography makes no sense. So like here's my fun fact. Like look it up on a map. Like if I were more savvy, I would pull up a map. So that woman whose son started choking, they were at First Street. And like I think that is that First in La Brea, but like First Street, okay? And she drives 4 blocks. They say Beverly. She crashes. They show Ivar. She crashes at Ivar and Yucca. I want you to look up where these streets are. I love the bullshit geography on 911. It's just hilariously bad. I was like, these are not in the same place. Oh, 911. We love it. We love it. That's the one they were filming at Ivar and Yucca. And I was literally there like 2 hours later and didn't know they'd been filming there earlier in the day. And I missed my opportunity and I'm still sad. How dare? How dare? Hollywood is my hood. I try not to be mean. I mean, my harsh writing advice video is on purpose. I did that for Reddit because Reddit was annoying me and people get so pressed about that video. And I'm like, man, if you can't handle this, you cannot handle publishing. I am technically one of the nicest people you will actually interact with. I delivered this in the nicest way possible. No nonsense, but like pretty tame. Like, oh no, you actually have to write to be a writer. Oh no, I'm so sad to like break that to people. Yes, there were a lot of firefighter extras. Our cross to bear, we could see the firefighter extras, but not the main cast. They were further along on the bridge. Oh dear. So Kristen, fun fact about this. So this will never happen, but if 911 became soap opera-y, I would love a storyline where it turns out Maddie is Buck's actual mom. When 404 started, when I was marathoning the show, I started that episode literally thinking that's what it was. I thought that was how the episode was going to end. I was like, oh my God, is Maddie actually his mom? Was she a teen mom? Because we didn't know we didn't know about Daniel yet. And we didn't know the ages. And then when I got to the actual ending, I was like, oh, this is so much better. Good job. But no, Hive Mind had the same thought. Oh yeah. Like Jim's Burger is like down there, right? It's down there. Definitely look more like mid-Wilshire to me. I haven't been there. I'm a bad Angelino. It's insane. I've lived here 15 years and you'd be amazed at all the places I've never been. Terrible. I'm a bad influencer because I'm not an influencer. Oh, my other favorite bad geography, that, like, personally affronts me on 911. They filmed an emergency, outside of my dentist's office many years ago. It's the one where the guy is in the restaurant and, like, there's the cute, customer who comes in and he wants to, like, ask him out, but he chickens out and he writes it on, like, a menu, and his friend is like, "Go after him," and he does, and he runs into the glass. That was filmed on Wilshire Boulevard, across from my dentist office, down the street from my old office. So why on the show, when they call 911, do they say, "We're on Vine"? Vine is so far away from there. And, like, why though? Like, saying, like, they're about to turn onto Beverly and then they crash on Ivar. It's just hilarious to me, like, just randomly bad geography when you don't have to. It would have cost them nothing to say that they were on Wilshire. So silly. Yeah, it is pretty far. I just thought it was hilarious. I don't know why the camera just auto-focused like that. I have autofocus on my camera so that I'm always in the center, and it just randomly moved. Oh, it's doing it again. We're traveling. It's a fancy camera. Oh yeah, LA geography is hilarious. Like, living here, watching the show, like, it's the charm, but they get it wrong all the time. They just don't care. And the only one I actually care about is that Eddie Diaz does not live in El Segundo. So I will die on that hill. Yeah. Yeah. Where do we think Buck lives? I haven't decided. It's hard to say. What do people think? Other LA people. Like, obviously, the answer is the Disney lot. It looks like the Disney lot because it's the Disney lot. Do we want to do finale predictions? Want to be crazy? I don't know what I think though, so I don't know why I would open that can of worms. I wonder if anyone else has firm ideas. I mean, I have ideas. I think whatever happens in the next episode, whatever they're setting up, I presume it will domino into something in the finale. Like, I'm sure there will be some kind of, like, resolution or reveal that will lead into the finale. They are filming today, like right now, on the 6th Street Bridge, though by now they've maybe wrapped. So they're doing something on this really famous bridge in LA. And they're filming downtown. They have a night shoot on Thursday. So, like, something downtown, but that could be literally anything. You never know. Buck lives with Eddie in my mind. Yeah. Not in El Segundo, though. No, so like, just to the El Segundo point, I just need people to understand. So, like, I live in Hollywood. If I were friends with someone who lived in El Segundo, I would never, ever go to their house. And they wouldn't come to mine. No, that would be a meet in the middle friendship, fam. Like, it is just, there's, LA geography is brutal. Like, I have friends who live on the west side, like Santa Monica. I'm lucky if I see them once a year. It's just the way the geography works. It's like 5 miles away. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, it's a weird place to live. Like, basically your relationships and, like, who you actually, like, spend time with is so dependent on geography and, like, where people live. Cause, like, it's such, LA is massive. It can take, so basically Hen's house to Eddie's house during regular traffic, not even rush hour, like regular traffic would, like, take like 2.5 hours. To get Chris to school from allegedly El Segundo, hour or more, I would guess, like, pretty bad. Because he goes to school in, or should go to school in West LA based on, like, location shooting from earlier seasons. So yeah, it's just, LA is crazy. My boss drives 2.5 hours each way to work. Like, commutes are wild here. So I guess to that end, maybe Eddie does drive all the way from El Segundo to work, but yeah. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, Eddie and Buck have to live near each other. So, like, while I think Buck realistically probably lived in the arts district in downtown LA. I would also accept K-Town. Like K-Town has also been a headcanon for me. Like K-Town and Culver would work for me. That would be like a comfortable like 20-30 minute drive, depending. I could also see like Mr. Bad Credit Buck, like maybe just get really lucky with that loft in K-Town versus downtown LA. Um, yeah. Oh, so Chris is Eddie's son. And he goes to a special needs school or like a school that has like really good resources for disabled students in West LA. It's like a special school that he got into in season 2. Though, of course, the location that they used for the school Abigail picked him up at is different. So who even knows? Nothing matters. Continuity means nothing. But yeah, so not like truly nothing matters. I mean, they the other day, like over the weekend, they look like Santa Clarita to me, but it might not have been. But like they go to emergencies in Santa Clarita all the time and they appear there in 2.5 seconds. It's like, no, they didn't. So geography on 911 is meaningless, and that's part of the fun. Ooh, yeah. I think Athena going for detective, yeah, I think it's been a slow roll. I think when Tim said that there's been like Easter eggs, like or seeds that he planted early in the season that are going to come to fruition, I think this is one of them. Just like in the opener with her like doing an undercover thing and like and like her not taking the promotion coming up not once but twice. It came up at the end of 8 talking to Hen about becoming captain, and then to have it brought up again by the major crimes not the major crimes detective, by the victim. Like it's that's way too pointed for that not to do something, and that would be such an interesting direction for her. And what's cool too is that we would get more of Officer Wu, who I really like, because he could be like our beat cop rep. I like that actor a lot, so bring him back. So I think that would be a really smart move. And yeah, gay Eddie all day, every day. Bring it on. I hope that we really get something. Do we think he's going to public high school? I would bet it's a similar thing of getting him into like a special charter school, like public, but not like but special, like a good school. I feel like Eddie, like even if it's off screen, I feel like he would have continued to advocate to get Chris into a really good school, really good high school, for him. But like he can't afford private. Eddie has no money. Eddie's terrible with money. But the thing is, it looked like a Catholic school that Abigail picked him up from, and that would be a private school. So maybe Eddie's just making bad financial decisions for his kid, which we would understand. So he's already made a ton of bad financial decisions for his kids. That man has so much debt. We love him. Yeah, more detective stuff, undercover, like leading a team of detectives. Like I think they could do some really interesting stuff there. And also I feel like detective stuff for like cop show is a little like more palatable nowadays than, other stuff. They've been very carefully and thoughtfully skirting having to get too deep into LAPD stuff for a while now. So, like, yeah, make her a detective. That's maybe a little safer. So, and just the fact that they introduced a notable guest actor to play a major crimes detective, I think is interesting. And also just the stuff with Amber Brayburn. Like, I think that they've been kind of dancing around, like, there are these other departments and like major cases and like genre we could get into. And I also hope so, because they've been pointedly reheating some Lone Star nachos, and that's not an insult. That's a pro for me. There was a lot to love on Lone Star. And several of the things I had liked on Lone Star is that they went into other like unexpected genre spaces. Like they did one thing in season 4. I really like one mini arc that was basically like a murder mystery that I really liked. They did an arsonist plot that I really liked, and I think that those nachos may be coming. They did a cartel plot line that was really interesting, and then obviously we already got those reheated nachos on 911. They did a really interesting, just like Carlos joining the, what were they called? the Rangers, the Texas, like the special Texas force. Obviously, we don't have that for LA, but like it like kind of moved outside of like just a regular beat cop in interesting ways. And there was one other storyline they did. Oh, well, less effective, but they did a whole thing with like undercover and Hells and like fake Hells Angels that was interesting, but like it was different. Like they were willing to take risks. Oh, there was a really good subplot on Lone Star with because they introduced a character who worked at the Capitol, the state capitol. So like it was like the straddling line between like City Hall and like there was like a bomb plot that I thought was really well done. So like Lone Star just did some really interesting things and be it'd be interesting to see where we can branch out with OG. Like maybe with a little bit of experimentation. And now we know that May is going to nursing school, and so there's some interesting like stuff there. Yeah, like Mavi confirmation. I think we're gonna get some more. I think it's all teed up, and we know from the still that they accidentally released that there was more going on. So feelings on the medical edition. I'm pro. I'm very pro. Like we're so deep into the show. We're 9 seasons deep. They have to start getting scrappy and like, trying new things to stay fresh. You don't want them to do too much. The fear in any long running show is like that jumping the shark moment. We don't want something like that to happen. But I'm open-minded. I'm open to see where they go. I assume they're going to do some sort of medical spinoff, and I'm here for it. I think it'd be interesting. I'm liking what Nashville's doing. I don't like anything as much as OG, but is that possible? But I'm open to the expansion of the world because the expansion of the world keeps OG healthy and relevant, basically. And like I want to see character growth for May, new potential characters, some interesting stuff potentially for Maddie, because of her know-how, because she was a nurse. So like obviously not having her like become a nurse again, but there's potential there. Hen could go back to medical school. I see a lot of potential or in things that they can do. There's a role in the LAFD for a medical doctor. And they like have a head of medical essentially. Like there's all of these potential like options there to play with long term. So yeah, I think we're gonna see nursing again. Yeah, an accelerated course. Well, the way that they've been jumping through the timeline this year, May's gonna be a nurse by the end of season 10. So at least. And hi, I am doing well. I am one of the author tube OGs. I'm sorry you can't watch anyone else. Hope hopefully I think that AuthorTube, it comes to you in a time in your life when you need it, and in the different times in people's lives when they need it, and you find the AuthorTuber that you need at the time. And and at least I certainly like absorbed certain things like a sponge, though I was always more kind of on the creator side than the watcher side, because I already had my book deal when I started. But like, and then like you get what you need, and then you go and you write books and you do the writing and you do the thing. Like, so I'm just really enjoying writing and just writing, and I hope you're enjoying writing too. And like the videos are still there, and this live chat is all about 911. But I am trying to do more live streams because like I do have some stuff still to offer, and I can kind of offer it in that format instead of so many like pre-made videos. It's just hard to kind of sit myself down and like do those anymore. Though I do have some I'm going to do. I want to do one about editing my romance novel, because it was hard but very instructive, and I kind of want to talk through that. And just like writing romance in general, I definitely have some like content to make there, like changing genres, and like the industry is so wild and like hard and ever changing. So sorry. I am tired. I didn't even, I got up, I guess I got up semi early. I got up semi early to go to see the Wee Woo truck. It was worth it. It was really cool seeing the Wee Woo truck. Wish I'd seen the Wee Woo actors, but alas, oh well. Someday. We're very spoiled living in LA where they film the show. We're very spoiled that they filmed the show here. Like, it's really important that we keep shows in California. It's incredibly expensive to shoot here. And that's why, like, it really is sad that Lone Star was canceled. I liked Lone Star. I think it was really, especially like it was really doing some interesting things in season 4. I mean, I liked all of them, but I especially like seasons 2, 3, and 4. And then I think 5 was wrapping things up. And I think if it hadn't had to rush things, it would have continued to go on and do interesting things. But essentially it was expensive, very expensive to make. They film that here, whereas Nashville is cheaper because they do it all in Nashville with like tax credits in Tennessee. So we're very lucky that OG films here. I haven't answered this. I adore season 9. Season 9 is blowing my mind. I have watched a lot of network television over the years. I've watched a good number of shows pretty deep into their runs too. It is a rare show, one of the few that I feel like I'm in a fever dream watching season 9, because we all know the drill if you've watched other long running seasons. At a certain point, they start petering out. It's natural. Like there's only so much you can do, even with a great formula and with characters. And there's a point where you have to say goodbye to beloved characters and bring in new ones. And even when new ones are good, it's never going to recapture the magic of a show at its peak that was very, very good, that got good enough to earn itself a long season run. That's just always how it's going to go. And typically, peak seasons end up being 2, 3, 4, usually. 5 or 6 if you're lucky. But like it's usually diminishing returns after a certain point. And like you just have to accept that. Even of a show that you adore. Not 911. Something about the move to ABC, like it and the show treating itself like a reboot, like it's like a soft reboot, like a refresh. Like when they moved to ABC, it was almost like a do-over in the sense of like having to reintroduce the show to a new audience. And it's like a shot in the arm for the show. 7 is good. 8 was better. Though like I have quibbles with 7 and 8. 7 had a short season order though because of the writer and actor strikes. It's would have been so interesting to see what 7 would have been like if it had the full 18 and the time. But like 9 is like what they've been working up to. 9 is like it has no right to be this good. And just like, I miss you, Bobby, but bye. So glad you're dead. And I mean, that's not controversial. I've been saying that since before he died. Like before he died, I was saying to friends, Bobby should leave the show. I didn't think he would die. I thought he would retire, but because I was like, they have to shake things up. Every single character is way too comfortable. They've been doing the same thing for all these years. No one's ever had a promotion. No one ever really moves or leaves. They've done many things where like Eddie leaving in season 5 and coming back, Eddie going to Texas and coming back. But it's like they had to do something real to shake up the show. And in general, like I was just shocked that the characters had stayed that long, and we had just retread. Like, how many times are you going to retread Bobby's addiction? How many times are you going to retread his family? Even like some of the stuff with Athena, though now there's new territory to move into. Buck, even like Buck still has more to go. We know this, but like Buck had done a lot of the same things. Chimney had really nowhere else to go. Hen. But you change the top and it trickles down. The show in season 9 has basically soft rebooted every character. It's given them like new things to kind of push against. They're the same characters, but they're pushing themselves further and they're growing in new directions and they're exploring new storylines. But we're also getting a return to like really fun, goofy emergencies, really strong, like disasters, character work. Like season 9's insane. Like the batting average of season 9 is bonkers. There's only one episode I didn't love, and it's still like if I stacked that episode against any episode of season 6, it's better than most episodes in season 6, a season I don't like. Like it's still good, but I'd say so many of them are like 10 out of 10, and that's pretty insane. With some just great character moments, great storytelling. There's a clear thematic arc for the whole season. You know, Tim said he planted seeds in the beginning and we're going to see things happen. I believe him. I believe that there was a lot of planning that went into the season, and there's not that's not always the case. Because to their credit, in fairness, some things are thrown at them. The world, circumstances, network. This season's amazing. Season's amazing. And the writing team, they are clearly like, a lot of them have worked on the show for a very long time, but this group did season 8 together. And you can tell that like season 8 was everyone getting like really getting comfortable with each other, and then bringing Montfett back into the mix. This is like a magic writers room mix. Everyone is working really well together, and it shows. Um, that's why it's so good. So good. This is a good idea though. Oh, me and time management. You don't want to know my chaos. Though I mean, part of it, it's not even that I'm further into my author career, it's that I don't do YouTube anymore. It definitely changed my time management. But I'm also still filling this out. I'm still figuring out how to write books faster. So, but that is a good idea. That's something I can talk about. Yeah, Lone Star was good. Like I was mixed on Lone Star. I have mixed feelings about it, but I still wish more people watched it because I think it's fascinating to compare Lone Star to OG, especially because of so much of the when I joke about reheating nachos, it's not a bad thing. Tim put a lot of his energy into Lone Star. It had a lot of really good stuff going for it. Some other things that weren't as strong. Um, like nothing can ever beat the cast of OG. Like we have a magical cast that we are so lucky to have. And just the way that they play their characters is insane. They're so good. Um, but like what I like is that we're getting a lot of the good stuff from Lone Star over onto OG now, but also same Nashville. Nashville's benefiting from a lot of the good stuff that Lone Star had. It's just a shame because I liked a lot of those characters, and I liked the writing. I liked a lot of what they were doing. So it is kind of a shame. I wish I assume there's something with Fox and it having been a Fox show and the rights or something, but I think it'd be really cool, like, if we got another spinoff and maybe we could see some of those characters again, like, have one of those characters move from Austin to wherever the new spinoff would be. Like, TK could become a nurse. I don't know. Though if I had to pick a character from Lone Star to see again, I mean, I adore Gina Torres, but I don't know if I can pick Tommy. Um, maybe Nancy? I liked Nancy. Nancy grew on me. Or Paul? Oh, I did really like Carlos. I liked a lot of and I loved Judd. I loved a lot of the characters there. I think it'd be fun though if they maybe, you know, if we could see some of them again. I'm glad they're going to the cons. I felt really bad for them. It was a good show. Oh, I didn't. I'm a fake fan. I didn't realize there was a Rookie spinoff set in Washington. Interesting. Yeah, honestly, it's way easier to film things in Vancouver. That's why. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I'll watch that. I need to catch up on the Rookie. I haven't watched this season. I need to watch it before Nashville. Yeah, no, season 9 is also up there with 2 through 4 for me. Those are peak seasons. This absolutely feels like that. Like the energy I feel that we're getting, it's like 2 through 4. Which makes me really excited because 10 is essentially going to be like the season 5 Tim didn't get to fully make because he was only kind of involved in 5, and so I'm excited to see what we're going to get for 10. Like in terms of an energy carry through wise. Because there's so much they can do. I mean, these next 3 episodes, I think, are going to be really exciting to see what we're setting up. But we already have some things that they're clearly setting up that I'm very excited for. Including but not limited to Gay Eddie and Buddy Cannon. Possibly, maybe. We'll see. Yeah. It's the balance. It's absolutely the balance. Like some of the tonal balance they've been able to do is actually insane. And some of the best episodes for me are the Molly and James episodes. Molly Green and James Leffler co-writing team. They've written some of the ones where like you just get whiplash between like the serious angst of one storyline and then the goofy of another, and then like the emergency that like makes you laugh. Like they did the drunk kids, which I thought was great. They're really good at that tonal balance. And in general, like every writer writing their individual episodes and co-written episodes this season, like all of them have jam-packed, every episode's been jam-packed with A plot, B plot, C plot, a lot going on and moving story forward, just really impressively. Whereas comparatively, like 8 definitely had a few that weren't as good at that, that weren't as big fan favorites for that reason. So like this one is just really tight storytelling. Yeah, and the ensemble cast writing, I've been so happy with it because like I love Buck. I'm a Buck girl. Like he's my special boy, and I love it when he get like I loved 914. 914. Yes, right? No, 915. 915 and what Oliver got to do. Like but I love that Buck kind of took a backseat so we could build up to what he's gotten to have 913, 915. And that other characters in 8B and 9A like got consideration that they just haven't had in a long time. Like Chimney, Hen, and Eddie have gotten short shrift for a really long time. Their storylines were just a little more limited before, and I have loved everything they've done with those characters. Maddie also had to take a back seat, and I do miss my girl Jennifer Love Hewitt getting some rich material, but I assume she's going to get that in season 10. There's definitely more that you can do with her. In fact, I have a great idea for a terrible, and by terrible, I mean wonderful story. Storyline where yeah. Am I back? Sorry, I lost the connection. Hopefully you weren't staring at static, or it's probably me making a really weird face. Sorry. My internet. I have the same ISP as Rachel, Buddy System fans, just on the opposite side of the country. So that's probably the problem. What would I want out of an OGX Nashville X Lone Star crossover? Honestly, I was real sad, and again, I assume it was the rights. I was hoping they'd do an Easter egg in the Nashville crossover that we could have seen someone from Austin. I thought that would have been really fun. Like that actually would have been the perfect opportunity. I don't know if I could think of a better one. Yeah, because like that was kind of it. Like a firefighter competition makes sense. Like it's so hard to like even think about because Lone Star's off the air. So like it's kind of, I don't know. It would be very cool to work in a writer's room like that, but stressful. They're working like 7 days a week right now. I used to have a job like that. And it was very stressful. Yeah, I'm sure they're totally pulling their hair out right now trying to get everything done ASAP. That they seem to be okay on their filming schedule this year. They're at least ahead of last year a little bit. So Gay Eddie would heal the world. Like, yeah, we need to make it happen. The universe needs to make it happen. Yeah, I like season 8 as well. It has a couple of dimmer spots, but overall still very good. But season 9 is, yeah, it's just firing on all cylinders. Did you just laugh at the ISP thing? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you are catching strays, but I'm also catching strays. I have the same strays. Spectrum, man. They throttle my internet connection all the time. Firefighter retreat. Oh, although I guess they could also do like the style of the original Lone Star crossover. It could be, I mean, actually, what would work if Lone Star were still on. When you know this, when the LA wildfires happen, other fire companies from other states and even other countries like Mexico came and helped. And that kind of like they did on Lone Star, where the 118 went to help Austin. Like those are times when fire stations come together to help each other. So like a major wildfire, and maybe it wouldn't have to be in LA. They could do one maybe like in another area or another state. Could be interesting. Maybe something in the middle to make sense that Nashville would go to. But yeah. Who else is watching Nashville? I have to catch up though, because the buddy system hasn't been watching Nashville. I haven't been watching Nashville. I need to catch up because I do really like it. I like the soap opera style of it. It's different from OG, and I think that's actually what makes the potential spinoff strong. That they're tonally distinct from each other. I'd be very curious to see what they potentially do with a medical spinoff. I really do think that's what they're doing, though. It makes the most sense. Um, yeah. Aw. How far ahead are we in terms of episodes? When do you get the episodes? Tell us more. I don't know. I guess that makes sense. You'd be slightly behind. Though I felt like because I remember back in the day when literally like Europe would be 6 months behind because I lived in Germany. In fact, they weren't 6 months behind; they were a year behind. I lived in Germany in high school, and I had to miss all my shows like because they got nothing. I feel like now with like international and streaming, like a lot of shows have caught up on not being as behind as they used to be. I mean, because they literally used to have to physically ship like tape places. So now it's all digital delivery and satellite delivery. But yeah. Oh, for Nashville? Yeah, because I couldn't avoid a couple of spoilers just because like, I follow the socials. I need to catch up. Yeah. Way too much to take in. Um I should I should catch up. I do like it. And I want them to have the ratings. So yeah, the one thing at least that they have done, and like this is, someone asked my controversial 911 take earlier. This is my controversial Lone Star take. One of the things I think works so well for OG, one of my favorite things about it, is when you go back and look at season 1, it's all veterans except for Oliver Stark. Everyone was like, even if you didn't know their names, like Aisha Hines and Kenneth Choi had been acting for like a very long time, really strong resumes, very, very skilled actors. Oliver was only his second real TV project. And he was a baby. And like he talks about this too. I'm not throwing shade. He talks about this. He was brand new, but he soaked up like a sponge from all of these incredible actors. You see it in season 1, he did it in season 2, and then I mean he starts just like being insane by season 3. Like the first time I really noticed his acting was the Snowy arc. I was like, what the hell happened? And then I really started paying attention, and like even going back and watching season 2, like you can really see the leveling up. But like, and it's to his credit and it's to the show's credit. And now I think he's one of the strongest actors on the show. Like he's really good. He understands his character and he has the really good, that's such a dim word. Impressive range, and especially in terms of like micro expressions, like the levels that he can play in a scene are really impressive. Lone Star, my controversial take about Lone Star is that it had an opposite approach, and it was to its detriment. No one's fault. They went more weirdly top heavy in their casting. They cast Rob Lowe and they cast Liv Tyler in season 1, and it's like that was the entire budget. But even then, I would say like, I don't want to be mean to actors, but also, can I hurt Rob Lowe? Can I really hurt Rob Lowe? Oh, we're getting salty. Liv Tyler and Rob Lowe are both good, capable actors. They're good actors. I love Rob Lowe on Parks and Rec. Such a great comedic actor, especially, and he was good at that on Lone Star as well. Liv Tyler, solid actor, but like when I think about like The Leftovers, which she was on, is not the person I think of from The Leftovers as like, oh my God, actress, right? She was fine, and she was only on season 1 of Lone Star. But like, and Rob Lowe's good. And then I'd say like under that would be, I think the strongest actor in season 1 of Lone Star is actually, oh, I'm such a bad person, Jim Parrish. He's amazing and remained amazing. And then in season 2, you get Gina Torres, who is like a goddess. Like she's incredible. So like they kind of built to have like, so that's like 4. Well, no, Liv was gone by then. So that's, you start season 2 of Lone Star, you have like 3 like very experienced veteran actors, but everyone else was new, brand new, like basically the first role they'd ever done for the most part. Like all of them. And I think it made it a really bottom heavy cast of newbies. And they all like learn together, and there's some incredible performances and like some stuff I really, really like, especially like by season 4. There are some storylines that they wrote for a lot of those characters that I thought the actors were just really good. But there's some roughness in Lone Star in seasons 1 through 3 with some of the acting, I think. And some of the material that works for some of the actors. I think Nashville's in the middle, and I'll take it. Nashville's like 50-50. So like, yeah, there are some green actors on there, but they're being supported by some really great veteran actors in a pretty good balance. And so like even Hunter already, I think we've really seen grow. And so I'm really excited to see where Nashville goes. I think there's a lot of potential there. And the veterans they chose and cast, I really like a lot. Like, you know who's been surprising me? Leanne Rimes. I'm having so much fun with what she's doing. And I think that they're writing really fantastic material for everyone on Nashville. So like, I personally haven't noticed anything like too cringe in the acting. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully that's not too much of a hot take. And if anyone from these shows ever watches this, I love everyone. But like, yeah. But also, Nashville's going for much more like campy drama anyway, like soapy campy drama, and like it suits a certain style of acting anyway that I think works perfectly fine. And they're fun. They like do a little bit more of like funny stuff a lot. So yeah, no, like truly, if they're submitting anything for an Emmy, I would assume they would submit that for him because it was really good work. And Kenny did some beautiful work in that episode too. Everyone did some beautiful work, but I think Kenny and Oliver really had some nice moments there. Yeah, no, that's our cast. They're doing so well. And like another one who I think I just want to give some flowers to, because you know I call that Oliver, but like another one is Ryan. Like where Ryan started in season 2, and he had a decent amount of experience when he started, but like he like some of the stuff, especially he did in season 8, but also into season 9, like his eye acting. I know that sounds funny, but like he's done some really like his work in 809 is really impressive. In Sob Stories. Gets me every time. It gets me like he's done some really good subtle work. But one of my favorite things about Ryan actually is his comedic timing. He is the master of like the funny montage. And so I love when they write funny stuff for him. He's really good at it. Like that is his strength. So even though like I wanted more serious stuff in his Texas arc, the montage of him Uber driving with the energy drinks is peak. It was so good. Yeah. Yeah. What sucks though is that our WeWo show isn't really an Emmy show. Like Emmys don't really honor shows like ours. I mean, because it's all the prestige, like streaming dramas and stuff. Like network generally doesn't get a lot. It sucks. Kenny is so good. So my favorite fun fact, that I didn't even say to him in person, I probably should, well, because I kind of can't say it without then I became a Buck girl, but Chimney was my favorite character for the first 2 seasons. And then the tsunami arc happened and I cheated on it. Because I had to become a Buck girl. What? You have to. But no, Chimney was my favorite when I first started binge watching the show because Kenny is so good. And he's also like versatile. Like he's so good at the comedy and the drama and like the crying and like everything with Jennifer. Like he's so good at all of it. And that's why I want the torture Buckley Hahn storyline of my dreams to happen, because just like think of the Emmy reels. I'm not going to tell you what it is. The buddy system knows what it is. They know I want to torture people. Please torture them. Do it for the Emmy reel. Yeah, eye acting. And eye acting's hard. Eye acting and like the micro expressions and the layers. One of my favorite things about Oliver, I just die over this every time. One of my favorite scenes he's ever done is the Buck coming out scene because of the layers with his micro expressions. He does this terrible actor. When Eddie says this changes nothing between us, he plays two completely different emotions at the same time via like body language and micro expression, where like he says like and he acts happy, but he has a micro expression of disappointment, and it is just chef's kiss. It's so well done. It's insane. Yeah. How dare your local station do that to you? That is upsetting. You've missed the last few are such bangers. Oh, I'm so sorry they've done that to you. That sucks. You should write them a strongly worded letter. At least you're getting one tonight. Oh, that's so interesting. You found Lone Star before the OG. So you watched only the first season of Lone Star and ducked out? Because that tracks. Lone Star, also another like thing I think worked against it, and I hate this for it because it doesn't deserve it, because like truly seasons 2 through 4 were so good. I did the same thing OG did. It soft rebooted in season 2 because they had some casting changes, and so they tweaked the story for the better. Liv Tyler left the show and they brought in Gina Torres. I mean, you add Gina Torres to anything and it just becomes amazing. But they made some really smart story and character shifts in season 2. And so like seasons 2 through 4, like, and I don't mean to like exclude season 5, but season 5 kind of it just collapses under its own weight, and it's not its fault because they basically learned they were being canceled and they had to wrap up everything in a single season, and so it just has rushed storytelling. It's still a good season. It's just, but 2 through 4 peak. And I think a lot of people didn't watch them because season 1 premiered during COVID, which also sucked for it. And I just think like the Liv Tyler character wasn't as strong, and much like OG season 1, like Connie Britton and the Abby character gave a very specific tone to the show, and then it completely changed itself, and the same thing happened on Lone Star. And I think it definitely, yeah, like if I'm going to go back and watch Lone Star, I would probably skip season 1. Just don't like it as much, although the TK stuff is good, so mixed there. But season 2 started getting really, really good. I'm still jealous that they got a cold emergency. I wish we'd get that in OG because that was so much fun. Yeah, it's just, oh, it's such a good scene. So good. So good. Oliver is a good actor. How dare. How dare. How dare you be so good at things, sir? It's not fair. Not fair. Yeah. British Demon. Okay, I'm hitting 2 hours, so I probably should wrap up. I'm just blathering at this point. It's a miracle I haven't started coughing again. I'm out of water. Yeah, blathering about 911. Good times. Managed to keep like a decent amount of you here. I assume we're all just from the Buddy sub and a couple of other people. If you haven't watched 911, watch it. It's great. It's my entire life right now. It has informed my writing. Watching things that you love, it can help with your writing. The show has really good writing, actually, and that's something that the Buddy system and I are totally going to like do a special episode on, because like I love the show in part because I really like the writing. Like as a writer, it scratches a part of my brain. The character work is superb, and it really kind of gets me going and thinking, and it's definitely infiltrated its way into some of my books, because like, you know, there's nothing like being sparked by like an archetype you really like, because writing is full of like archetypes and tropes, and it kind of like getting your own creative juices going and like challenging you to think about like different character iterations and pairings, and 911 has, excuse me, done that for me, so I love it. Season 1 Lone Star traumatized me so many times I cannot ever go back. Yeah, it just was rough. It had some really rough storylines. Like it was, you know, I appreciated what it did, but like, yeah, I like the direction it went in a lot more than seasons 2, 3, and 4. So I can tell that I'm about to have a coughing fit, and that will be deeply unpleasant for everyone. So I'm going to cut myself off. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. This was fun. Next time I do a live stream, anyone here who is here for the writing stuff, it will be a writing live stream because I am on submission and I will be vibrating out of my skin. I just haven't been because I've been 100% 24/7 911 maxing. It has been distracting me. It might distract me for a couple more weeks, in fact, but I will do some sort of writing live stream again soon because I have a new webcam and I paid for Restream and I have a fancy mic, so we're gonna do it. Yeah. So everyone have a great night. Oh, I'll just like throw up some Gina love before I go. Yeah, she is the best. Yeah, I do see it is. I do think it's worth going back and watching, at least certainly if you are hugely into OG. I like the comparison of it, and also because of the reheating of the nachos being really hilarious. There's stuff on Lone Star that you will absolutely see on 911. They stole from each other, like, you know, because they're all run by the same people. And also because like writers from Lone Star are now on OG. I like seeing that kind of crossover. So yeah. So everyone have a great night. Oh, I love those of you who will come here and listen to me talk about anything. It's weirdly flattering and very much not good for my ego. You're gonna turn me into Oliver Stark, you know? That's a 911 joke. So good night, everyone. And go watch 911. That's my